Dun, 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 do, 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 do. Dun, 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 do, 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 do. Rob is turning into a dog, and there's no more bear, but that's okay because he's still streaming right now. Do, 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 do. And Crendor lost. Burp. Burp.
Yep. Yep.
Burp.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Yep.
Burp.
Yep. Yep. What's up? What's up, everybody? Hello. Welcome to
Hey, what's going on?
What's
the
going on?
haps?
Well, I mean, I won fantasy, so at least I won something. But
yeah, you really won the only one that actually matters because it's like money involved.
that is true. Yeah.
Unless
you're
like
last
year, except for the one that I won, the only one that I won.
Sorry, what was that, Rob? Sorry, we're driving into a tunnel. Gonna have to call you back. Bye. Sorry.
Man, I wish I could win as much as the referees betting on games.
Oh,
that'd be pretty good,
baby.
Ayo.
Las Vegas is winning. Am I right?
Yeah, they are.
Yep.
They've gone 2 days without a player getting completely suspended or dropped from some kind of horrible controversy.
Yeah. Tony Correnti, more like more Monet Correnti.
What if we invent this thing called taunting? You can just do it anytime. You look to be funny.
Did you guys see Did you watch the hip check that I?
Yeah.
I saw it live on national television.
Yeah.
It's just.
I don't know. You can miss it.
There's yeah, and that guy left college football after being suspected of match fixing. Just putting that. I'm just saying.
Huh.
Like the people on Twitter were saying like he was already reaching for the flag, so I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's like, dude, he clearly hip checked him.
Yeah,
like, it was a full blown hip check.
There's no reason for that.
No, I don't know if he's got something. If he's got something like personal against that guy on the
It was just some random guy too. Like I think it was like some practice squad. Like
he just got called up from
so there's no way you could have hated the guy. He probably had no clue who the fuck it was. So what was that?
Yeah,
was he just having a bad day?
I have never seen that ever in my time watching football. I've never seen a ref like deliberately hip check a player and then like call a flag. And of course, people are like, "Oh yeah, he was pulling out the flag anyway. The flag wasn't for running to the referee; it was for taunting." It's like, well, even that penalty was wrong.
Yeah,
talking to he said nothing.
Yeah,
he literally just like looked over.
Yeah, he was just looking in that direction while backpedaling. And this is the thing, If I had the referee's point of view, I could definitely see from his posture, from the player's posture, it looked like he would have been jawing at the punter. Like if you didn't see the front of him, just because of the way that he was kind of backing up or whatever. But you can't call a penalty on, well, it just kind of looks like he was doing something. I mean, like there's ways that you're going to be able to verify very quickly if he was actually taunting or not. And he clearly was not. So that was that's got to be in the top 3 worst calls I think I've ever seen. Ever.
It's just it's getting like I don't know. It feels especially blatant this year. All of the bad reffing and like especially with all the ads and all the commentators and everybody.
And they added in like all
to remind us
the like betting shit too because game
exactly. That's what I mean. All of it. It's reminding us of that.
Is that like, would you at least try to make it a little less obvious that you're fixing games?
Yeah.
Like,
I guess if it doesn't. Like if nobody's gonna fucking do anything about it, right? Like
maybe.
I mean,
I don't know. Like I'm in the camp that I think the refs are just bad. Like I don't like maybe the individual ones like might be match fixed, but I think they're all just not good at their job.
It seems kind of like and here's the thing: there's been a lot of like really close games in all of the primetime games this year. It kind of feels like they're trying to cover the spread. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's and it's and I don't know, like but there's no way to really actually know any of that. It probably, I mean, It's not like it's unheard of in professional sports.
It was especially weird this week though, because I think we've had like every week it seemed like there's always one really bad call that changes the outcome of a game. But the Steelers game, it's one of the first games in a while where not only was there one bad call, there were a multitude of bad calls and no calls that all favored the Steelers. Like it was just blatant to the point where it's like, is that just a crazy coincidence, or did someone have money on them?
Yeah.
My next question is, why the fuck did you have money on the Steelers?
Well, and that's the other thing, right? Is that like whether or not it's actually happening, this is kind of what you do when you invite gambling back into the sport like this, because this is what it fucking looks like. You know, like even if
everything becomes suspect now because there's potential money on the line.
Yeah, and to be fair though, gambling's happening like even if it's legal or not.
I mean, that's true, but I don't think. I mean. Yeah, and I suppose there's no. I mean, like the thing that I was going to mention was, you know, with like the Washington football team emails, there was a congressional like, I don't know if it was a subpoena or a request, and
it's a request.
Yeah, okay, and the NFL just blew it off, right? Like,
yeah,
if there's no accountability for the NFL. Like, who's going to be doing any investigating?
They're literally like Gruden had all this stuff in the emails. Like, hey, can we see the other stuff in there? They're like, no.
No. Pardon the financial stuff in these emails. Like,
yeah, why would you need that?
Yeah, I mean,
but you said there was nothing in those emails, right? Well, obviously, there's none, but you can't see them. Like,
the bureaucracy of how the NFL is run, like, notwithstanding, I don't at all think that like the outcome of games are rigged, because there's so many factors. It's not like a boxing match or a UFC match where a guy takes a fall, or even like a basketball game where there's far less people involved in who are actually playing. But this season in particular, I mean, we joke about it, but it is true. Like, we've seen many replays that have gone under review where something is clearly like, yeah, that's overturnable, or yeah, that should upstand. Is not. It's like the refs weren't even watching the same thing that we were.
Yeah.
It's like they're like watching Twitch or something in there.
I think they're just not good at their job. I think that it's just the more logical explanation.
They're
just bad. Yeah.
I will say, like, some plays that happen are like in the split second. Like, if you're just a dude on the field, like, it's probably hard to see it, and you're like, I just gotta make a decision. But then you have, like, you know, the cameras and replay.
Extremely high Ks. They have so many Ks now.
The penalties should be challengeable.
Imagine if you had something like a sky judge, all right, and he was up in a box like another league did, and it didn't slow the pace of the game down that much, and you got accurate calls. That'd be insane.
They finally do have that the overturn, like, on the field to prevent the challenges. Like, that's like a good thing that they have. But yeah, whenever it comes, like, penalties are the problem. Like, I think reviews have gotten a lot better. I still think there's horrible mistakes, but reviews have gotten better. The penalties are out of control this year, though.
Yeah, we've seen it's easy to say, like, you know, oh, this penalty, like, it's never just one penalty that has the outcome of the game on the line or whatever like that. There's always factors leading up to it. But this season in particular, there have been some, like, especially with taunting calls.
Oh, yeah.
There's some calls that are just absolutely not needed.
Taunting is the dumbest shit that they've, like, implemented. Like, it's so bad.
Universally, everybody hates. I don't know how it even happened.
Like, they act like they're playing, like, pee-wee football. Like, this guy is mean. He looked at the other kids, and they got sad. 15 yards, first down.
I think I do want to say, like, I think if a guy, like, gets in the face of another guy and starts jawing at him, like, hardcore, like sure, throw a thought if you want, but, like, these guys aren't doing that. They're just like, gotcha, from like 90 yards away, ha, like, literally that, and it's like, you motherfucker, and they throw the flag in his face, and
like, there's a common sense element to it.
Yeah.
But, like, most people, like, we can look at a thing and be like, oh, yeah, I'd call that taunting. And then there's like, wow, I would not call that taunt. Like, most people can break that down.
They're not calling, like, I swear I've seen some guys get up in other dudes' faces and just start going at them. It's like, if that other shit is taunting, that is, like, twice as bad taunting.
Yeah, so what are you going to do for that one then? Well, how many yards are you going to throw at that one? Oh, he said something about his mother, or, oh, he made fun of his dead grandma. Like, come on, like, these are grown dudes. Like,
yeah,
just get over it. I mean, like, Ryan Jensen, who I follow on Twitter, and I also follow his dad. his dad posted immediately following the Steelers game, which, by the way, of course, no one has any. There's no stake in this game at all. They were just watching it because it's football online.
Mm.
He tweeted out. He only said 2 words. He said unadulterated BS after the taunting penalty. I mean, I don't know anyone who's like, you know what, that was a good call. They should be nice to each other.
Anyone is like. The top post in the Steelers subreddit is shout out to our star Steelers tonight, and it's just a picture of the refs.
So there was so many bad. We can get to those calls when we talk about the game.
Yeah,
but there was a lot of bad calls.
I remember. I'll go through them. I remember.
There's a lot this year too.
Yeah. Also, last week we were a day early before the Aaron Rodgers stuff, so that was fun.
Yeah.
I
wish I had known that. Yeah.
Sucks ass. Fuck Aaron Rodgers.
It's crystals and essential oils probably not gonna cure much.
Jordan Love era.
Jordan Love era. I got smooth. I watched the game. All right, watched the full game. I watched like a quarterback breakdown. So I wanted to see I watched it's like the YouTube channel. I think it's JT Sullivan. He breaks down quarterback stuff. It was really good because he's a former quarterback, and so I'll get to that. And then there's something else we had. Oh yeah, big news here. Odell Beckham Jr. That was another thing that happened.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, that was
apparently kind of a dick.
Yeah, so he got released by the Browns, as everyone expected. And he has now cleared waivers, and he has prioritized the Packers as his #1 destination.
Oh boy!
Oh man, Divas love Divas.
How did we go from just the wholesome, good old Packer town to we're just like the Buccaneers now? Bring in Antonio Brown.
Excuse
this is the
me.
heel turn of the organization.
Excuse me. Buccaneers are not crazy town, all right? You got a quarterback over there who actually is shoving crystals.
Right, Tom Brady is a little crazy. He's not that
crazy.
Look, a lot of these people, in the league, there's a lot of, it's a good reason that they don't speak too much at the press conferences. You know what I mean?
There are some crazy people in the league.
He's a little crazy, but he's not wear a Last Jedi hoodie crazy. Okay.
He apparently is wearing a Last Jedi hoodie, which so many questions about that one.
I'm just saying it makes it, this all makes it a lot easier for me to be like, you know what? If this is his last year, that's, it's fine with me.
He's just prepping you. You're being primed for his eventual exit.
I mean, hey, if we can trade him for 3 firsts now, like the Broncos or the Dolphins or something at the end of the season.
Yeah, the only way you're getting 3 firsts for Aaron Rodgers is
they're
trading
about to give 3 firsts for Deshaun Watson. They don't even know if he's going to play.
Yeah, just trade him to the Texans. They'll take anything.
They'd probably do it, honestly. Jets Colts.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I started Carson Wentz this game because Rodgers couldn't play.
Yeah,
and he did great. He got me 30 points.
Yeah.
And Mike White actually looked good when he was playing.
Yeah.
He
had one drive, and I was like, dang, man. Go off. And then he got his hand off. And,
Yep.
He got off on that.
Yeah, he was really into it. No, I think it's just proof that the Jets are cursed to not be able to have nice things. Because, Mike White looked great. If you put his 5 quarters together, he has 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, and his completion percentage is 80 something. He's and then he got injured, and honestly, Josh Johnson also did pretty well.
Granted, did not look bad.
The pretty much the entire time that he was in, it was almost essentially garbage time, the whole way.
That is true. Yeah.
With that said, they brought it reasonably close.
You have a defensive issue, it seems.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor rushed for 172 yards.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns.
And he's on my fantasy team, so I technically won in that engagement, Jonathan. So I'll have you know.
Their other running back ran for 74 yards. 12 yards for a touchdown. You got bulldozed.
Yeah, no, the Jets' defense is horrible.
Wasn't there a stat that the Colts literally they drove down they never punted and they just scored on every single drive and they out of the potential yards they could have scored, they only missed 2 yards. They literally drove every single yard they could have possibly driven.
Yeah, it wasn't. So that was a John Bois tweet, and it didn't hold true to the end of the game, I don't think, but it was around the third quarter, there were 488 possible yards that the Colts could have made, from their field position, and they made 486 yards. So the Jets literally stopped them for 2 yards of their entire offense.
Psychotic.
Yeah, no, it's bad. It's not good. I mean, here's the thing. We were expecting our defense to be bad this year, and they were kind of overperforming at the beginning of the year, but now, it's looking bad. I mean, also in fairness, Jonathan Taylor is very good, and so is the Indianapolis Colts running game.
Right.
Sorry, that's a tough city to say.
You guys should feel a little encouraged that that's now 2 backups of Zach Wilson that are both actually performing better than Zach Wilson was.
Yeah, is he a system quarterback for the elite Jets offense?
Yeah. So there are a couple of things that have happened since Zach Wilson went down that, like Mike LaFleur went up to the booth, which is where he wanted to go originally, but then Greg Knapp unfortunately died just before the season began, and he was the QB coach, and he was going to be on the sidelines, so Zach wanted someone on the sidelines, so Mike LaFleur went down on the sidelines, and anyway, Mike LaFleur in the booth has been really, the past 2 weeks, I think it was a franchise record of I don't think we've ever had 2 back-to-back weeks where we've had over 300 yards passing.
That's
so
insane.
Yeah, we have a 400 and 300 yard week back to back. So I mean, I talked shit about Mike LaFleur, but right now it's kind of working. He did say earlier in the year, he was like, once the players get to know the offense, they'll get it together. So, you know what? I didn't believe him, but hey,
he just meant the backups.
So. Yeah,
I like when Rob starts getting going on the Jets. He just somehow progressively moves further and further away from the microphone.
Yeah. So we got bodied, and I expect to get bodied next week. But But Mike White is probably playing.
Yeah.
So
like and Elijah Moore looked good.
Elijah Moore did look very good, and he was also on my fantasy team. Thank you, Elijah.
And Rob, congrats! The Jets are in the history book for another reason.
Okay,
you know this? Did you know that they set a record, a new record? This is the first game in NFL history to finish with a final score of 45-30. Yeah, good job,
right.
Jets.
Woo! It's another John Bois. It's a scoregami.
You did it. It's not as impressive as Josh Allen picking off Josh Allen and doing Josh Allen things,
causing a fumble on Josh Allen.
Oh yeah, that was just
the best part of the week.
Truly remarkable. By the way,
good job, Rob.
Well, another big story of this game: Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
172 yards on 19 carry. He averages 9 yards a carry.
Yeah. Am I even here? I already said all this, Crendor.
He did say that, yeah.
To be fair, I was looking into the Greg Zuerlein getting placed on the COVID list after getting me 0 points, and now I have to drop him as a kicker after getting me 0 points. So I was like, great. So I picked up Boswell, so I was tuned out for probably that.
Good fucking decision, man.
Yeah.
We'll get to Boswell in a minute. My God.
Yeah. So
he has 400+ yard games this year with and he's outside of the first 3 games of the season, he's averaging at least 1 touchdown a game. Like, he's doing very, very well this year. And the
You know what's
Colts.
insane is I just looked it up. He's got about 70-something less carries than Derrick Henry, and he's only like 110 yards behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's actually pretty insane.
Colts didn't like dog shit throw 2 of their games. They actually do better.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they might still end up making the playoffs. You know,
I think they will. Yeah.
Longer season and a wider playoff contest this year, right?
Yeah.
Like there's what, 2 more teams?
It was like last year where there's one more team, but only one bye.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, so the number 2 team normally gets a bye, but instead they get to play the 7 seed, whoever it might be. Which, you know, last year that's how we got excellent games like Saints Bears with Mitch Trubisky, Nickelodeon MVP. So, and if you saw, Mike White actually won an MVP.
Yes, he did.
Taking
That's
it
Hall
over.
of Famer MVP Mike White that you're talking about, sir, going into the Bills game. And the Jets only beat good teams. I don't know if the Bills are good enough.
Yep.
The Jets are giant killers.
Yeah.
And the Jags as well.
Apparently.
I will say before we move on that I know a lot of Jets fans in my life. And it's literally not just Rob who treats Mike White as like the second coming, because
they haven't had anything.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, I really can't like as much of a laughing stock as the Bucks were. Like, there's 3 franchises that I cannot rip on for being bad, and that's the Tiger or the Tigers, the Lions, the Browns, and the Jets.
Yeah.
They've all had it bad, and you know what? I'm happy for the Jets fans out there who have some little bright spot of glimmer of hope in their eye and a pep in their step, and you'll get them next time, Rob.
I mean, yeah, it's I feel that for the Lions. They're in our division, and I'm still like, come on, man, you can like, it's like,
hey, maybe this is their week.
I don't know.
I mean, it kind of is. They had a bye weeks.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of giant killers, it's not the Raiders because they lost to the Giants 23-16. Nice, Raiders. Good job.
Good segue.
Yep.
Yeah.
This game was not on red zone that much, to be honest.
No.
Yeah.
So it must not have been that interesting.
I had Devontae Booker as my running back. He got me some points because he got 100 yards and then 23 receivings and a touchdown Daniel Jones and. Yeah, that's pretty much this game.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like a bad score game, but nothing happened this game.
Yeah,
it did anything.
Even just looking at
the
what do you call it? The box score. It's like 7-7, 6-3, 3-7, 6-0. It's like, all right, well,
it's pretty tight.
Yeah. But it's like tight because they were bad. It's kind of like the Packer Chiefs game.
Yeah.
Then we had Falcons Saints, which, as we all thought, the Atlanta Falcons last-second field goal. It was like their 3rd last-second field goal to win a game this year.
Dude, the Falcons. The story of this game is how badly the Falcons wanted to throw it, just in classic Falcons fashion. I think they had like a 95 to like 98% win chance for this game at some point in the 4th quarter, and then it was just there it goes. They're Falcons in it. There it comes.
It was really close
at the very end. Cordero Patterson was like, "No, we're not losing this game," and he had a really great play and busted out for like 40 or 50 yards or something, and then they just won off a field goal.
We haven't talked about him enough this year because he's having like a breakout year at 30, and that's awesome. Like, that's really cool, and he's destroying people this year. And he did it in this game too. Like, he was 6 catches for 126 yards.
I mean, the Saints scored 22 points in the 4th quarter.
Yeah,
just to put in perspective how badly the Falcons wanted to lose this game.
Yeah. They were really trying hard, and it did help. Like, it helps the Bucks that the Saints lose, but I'm still mad at them for losing because of pick'ems and all.
Yeah.
My streak of picking the Saints games correctly is it's looking so good. I got the Saints games on lock, dude.
Yeah, my picking the Titans, I've learned, it sucks, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with the Titans now.
So, yeah, I mean, wow, they only had 9 carries, 13 yards, 9 carries, 10 yards, 5 carries, 8 yards. That was Matt Ryan. And Felipe Franks, 2 carries, 3 yards.
They did not run the ball well, but they didn't have to because Matt Ryan had 343 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. And he ran for 1.
Yeah.
So that happened.
Famed rushing QB, Matt Ryan.
Kyle Pitts is the first tight end since at least 1970 with 500 receiving yards in the first 8 career games. Kyle Pitts is going to be a monster. I mean, he already is a monster, but good lord.
He had a horrible drop on the first play of the game, and then he brought it back.
Yeah. I mean, he's looking like he's going to have, like, Gronk levels of dominance for the next several years now.
Kyle Pitts is the real deal.
Yeah, he looks very good.
But he's on the Falcons, so screw him.
And then game of the week. Game of the week,
my surefire lock, the Buffalo Bills, losing to the Jacksonville Jaguars.
6-9.
It's got to be memes. It's memes all the way down. This is the meme team, and they committed to it.
The meme score, the meme Josh Allen happenings. The whole game was a meme.
I locked the Lions 2 weeks ago, and I was like, I need a fresh, solid lock this week to get over
You're
that
like,
one.
oh, no more meme picks. I gotta get a handle on this.
This is what happens when I don't do meme picks. I get memed on.
Yeah.
So yeah, this game, it's just field goals.
Well, like this is another one of those games that nothing happened, so it never came up on Red Zone until like the end when they were like, the Jags are winning. Like, I mean, we don't really have anything to show you besides Josh Allen picking off Josh Allen and sacking Josh Allen and fumble recovering Josh Allen. But like, they're winning, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, and in case people don't know, because I know there is a contingent of listeners that just like don't even watch football, but just listen to the podcast. So the Bills QB is Josh Allen, of course. But the Jacksonville Jaguars defensive lineman is Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty sure also the Jaguars Josh Allen is just Josh Allen, and the Bills Josh Allen,
he's got a middle name.
He's got a middle name. He's a 3-name. Yeah, John.
I remembered.
Well, technically, Josh Allen he's not a defensive lineman. He's a linebacker. But yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. But no. So it was good. He fumbled a lot, or he fumbled once.
When that was the most notable thing that they wouldn't shut up about on Red Zone, you know that the game was a humdinger.
It was so funny because they literally, I think it was CBS. They had a graphic ready. For the first time in history that a player of the same name sacks another player. But they had no fucking clue at that point because the sack happened first. They had no idea what they were in store for. They didn't have a graphic
it's all rigged, man.
They didn't have a graphic for the
media's in on it. It's all conspiracy, man. It's all rigged. They had it ready. The Josh Allen gate.
Did Josh Allen win Defensive Player of the Week? Have they done those yet?
He should be.
They definitely should have. Yeah.
Should mention that Trevor Lawrence did get hurt in this game.
Oh, I thought he was done. He got rolled up on real bad.
Everyone did.
Came back.
He came back. They didn't need CJ Beathard for more than 2 plays. I think he was in for 2 plays.
2 plays.
Yeah.
His name's Beathard.
Yep. Sure is.
I mean,
it sure does.
It's Bethard, but yeah. Beat
hard.
hard.
Yeah, I think it's Beth. Yeah, whatever.
Beat hard.
Rob, do you beat hard?
Yeah, probably.
Then we had the Browns and the
Bengals. Yeah, the Browns demolished the Bengals.
Another pick sweep for me, baby.
Why is the AFC North just like the way it is?
Yes. Well, I mean, look at this. The Bengals lost to the Jets. I know it was Mike White. But it was still the Jets.
Yeah, but excuse me, that's MVP Mike White, Hall of Fame quarterback.
And the Browns, I mean, I didn't expect them to win 41-16, but throw a 100-yard pick six and that'll happen to you, I guess.
Yeah. Baker looked solid, actually. 14, 21, 218, 2 TDs. And Nick Chubb, 137, 2 TDs. Also 9.8 yards of carries. So that also helped.
I think that's very inflated by his 70-yard touchdown run that he had, I think. So
yeah, definitely.
Those are not the right stats for him. I don't think he had that good of a day.
I don't know many people that would have said, Cincinnati is going to lose to Cleveland at home, let alone lose by more than twice the score that they were able to get on the board.
Yeah.
Like Burrow, I don't know what Burrow is doing. Sometimes he looks like he's part of the greatest show on turf. And he's got, it's not like he doesn't have the receivers. He's got Jamar Chase along with T. Higgins. I mean, those two right there, those are elite.
Yeah.
Like
even Tyler
Jamar
Boyd's
Chase being a rookie. Tyler Boyd, yeah. They're like he's got good receivers. He's just making poor throws.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just bad. It's real bad. The Browns embarrassed Cincinnati, like just since the word go.
And well, hold on. And Cincinnati embarrassed Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Steelers beat the Browns. Therefore,
Yep. Transitive
Steelers,
property of wins.
Best team in the AFC North. That's just the way it is. Sorry. I mean, they're in second place for some reason. I don't know how that happened.
I mean, that division is hell every year. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, it's
if the
usually
Steelers
hell
win the
as
division.
it's either the Steelers and the Ravens or the Steelers and the Bengals a couple years, and that's usually this. And then the other two teams are shit. But this time we're all shit. All of us are shit.
This is like they're like the closest. Yeah, I was gonna say the closest to the NFC East you can get.
Mm-hmm. And everyone was like, "Oh, but the Ravens, they're not shit. They're shit."
The Ravens are just, I don't know what they do.
They are fluking every
They
win
could have
they've
lost
had this year.
as well. We'll get to that.
I mean, they should have lost. The Vikings threw that. We'll get to it. But
Want to know a funny thing is that the Bengals were the 1 seed like a week or two ago, and now they would miss the playoffs.
Yep. Now they're in last place in their division from 1 to 4.
The AFC altogether, the whole conference has been a shit show this year.
Yeah.
It's I don't think anyone could tell you who is going to win any division except probably like I don't know. Tennessee's even in question now because I mean,
Colts.
I know they looked good this week, but
they
lost to the Jets.
And they don't have Derrick Henry.
Not having Derrick Henry. Again, that's a stink you just can't scrub hard enough to get off. You just can't do it.
We only beat good teams.
Mention really quick about Joe Burrow. He is now past Boomer Esiason for the 4th most interception amongst Bengals quarterback in their first 2 seasons. So Burrow, and we're just barely halfway over this season, so that's not good for Burrow. But
that's
as long as he keeps helping like Jamar Chase produce some kind of like godlike rookie stats for his cars to go up and get rookie of the year, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, the top
had a tough game.
passes intercepted, Burrow and Darnold at 11.
Yep.
And then Mahomes at 10.
Yep. Everyone expected that, I think.
Yep.
Jamar Chase had some really bad drops this game. Like really
Oh,
bad.
did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still a rookie too.
Yeah. But I mean, for how well he's been shining, this is the first game where it was like, he's a rookie.
Yeah, he's still leagues above most of the other rookie receivers in the league right now.
Yeah.
I mean, even like Devontae Adams. I remember he would drop so many passes, they called him Drop Devontae Adams, and there was like a point where everyone wanted him cut, and now he's like one of the best receivers in football. So it shows like how you can progress as just anything.
And like wide receivers, I often feel like have a kind of similar development to like QBs, where it actually does take a couple of years for them to really start, being super good. So that's why actually Jamar Chase's rookie year right now is so wild too.
Yeah. Patriots are winning 24-6 and now like a game back of the division lead.
I feel bad for Sam Darnold.
yeah, that's bad.
Can't escape the Patriots.
He just 3 picks. He's seeing ghosts out there.
Yeah,
I'm the guy who I keep saying the same thing for every team, and people are probably tired of hearing it. But like the score does, I know this makes the Patriots look really good, but when you look at the stats for this game, and I'll do the same thing for the Steelers game when we get to it, but the Patriots and the Panthers pretty much had the same yards gained this game. And the score's 24-6. Like the Panthers, Darnold just threw interception after interception after interception, and just fed the game away pretty much.
Yeah,
that's rough.
Turnovers. That's really it. Turnovers.
It was just an ugly game. The Patriots just looked less ugly than the Panthers did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My sleeper pick, Ramondre Stevenson.
The sleeper
yards.
pick that you dropped and then back up. You dropped him because he was so horrible.
I dropped him because the Patriots don't want to use him as their feature back. They're like running like 4 running backs.
They really are.
Yeah.
So it's like, which one are they going to use this week? It's like, I don't know. So I'm not gonna play like Bill Belichick running back roulette.
We cannot not mention the Mac Jones alligator roll that he pulled.
Yeah.
Bad look.
It was not good looking.
That was not good.
Did he just say, I feel like all he has to do is just say sorry, and I think everything's fine again.
Yeah.
He came out. So, by the way, to explain what happened, Mac Jones got sacked and fumbled, and then he rolled over on the play and grabbed a Panthers player by the ankle, thus injuring him.
He gave a good yank and twist too, dude. Like,
yeah. So he came out and he said that he thought that the dude had the ball, so that's why he did it. But
there's no way to defend it. I mean, you grab a dude's ankle and then he thought that he was making a tackle and he rolled down. Like you can hold on to the leg, but you can't roll on the ankle, Mac. That's the problem that people have. But Brian Burns has also had some pretty hellaciously dirty plays in his career.
Yeah, it's just one of those where I don't think anyone thinks Mac Jones is the devil, but just say sorry and move on. I think that's all you got to do.
It's the first instance kind of thing.
If he personally apologized to Brian Burns, I don't know if that's happened or not, but I'm pretty sure most of the heat would die down. But I also think that it's just because he's on the Patriots, and the Patriots just have that just the villain reputation with Belichick and everything, that it's amplified a little bit. I personally don't think that Mac Jones is a dirty player, but that was just a bad look all around. And thankfully Brian Burns wasn't actually injured on that, but because it looked like he was going to be injured.
Yeah, that was probably the biggest play of the game, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that you do it once, okay. I mean, who knows? Maybe you fucked up and whatever, and that doesn't happen again. But then, sometimes we have seen players over the years sometimes where it's just they do it the first time, okay, and then they do it a couple more times.
Suit.
Yeah, and then it's just all right, you're just a dirty player, I guess.
Yeah.
Sue and Myles Garrett as well.
Oh yeah, Myles Garrett. Yeah, there's every sport's got their dirty players that they're just that guy's a dick, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
We got one strike, Mac Jones.
Yeah,
strike one, baby.
Hey, just like we all predicted, the Denver Broncos destroying the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, everybody predicted it. For sure.
Who could have not expected that?
At the end of the third quarter, it was 19-0.
Yeah, I think this is a good showcase of momentum. I think momentum is important in literally every single sport, and it's not something you can quantify, and it's not something you can conjure up. It just kind of happens, and if your team is on the good side of it, you like that. That's good. I don't know if it's just a mental thing overall, but it exists. It's real.
I mean, it's how in basketball teams go on runs. They're they go on big runs and they got a timeout.
But what happened in this game is Dallas had a good drive. They were marching down the field, fourth and really short, and they miss it. And Denver gets the ball back. We come back. Cowboys get the ball back. Good drive, march down the field, fourth and really, really short, and they miss it. And so they have two really good drives, and just all of that's wiped off the board like it never happened. No points off of it. And I think that just from that point on, the momentum is just totally in Denver's favor. I mean, it's demoralizing, I think, to do that, to go down the field and not get any points.
It's almost like an energy meter where you get more and more energy, so you might play a little bit harder, and the other team kind of doesn't play as hard because they're a little bit deflated, oh God, we're gonna lose, or this is getting bad and stuff like that.
As an aside, this is why I think that that sports curses are just real, because because I think there is a demonstrable effect that happens on the field where it gets in the back of your head, of the players' heads and the team's heads and the staff and everyone,
I mean, it's like kickers. When they start missing, it gets in your head and you just can't make a field goal. It just messes with your head and you're just what am I doing? Am I kicking wrong? Am I doing this? Do I step weird? And then you start overthinking it and all that.
Yeah. Magic is real. It's just in your head.
Damn. Walt Disney. So I don't. This is just. maybe it's just one of those fluky games. You know, maybe those bounce back.
It happens.
But,
any given Sunday, right?
Yeah,
it's in the NFL.
You know, like if the Jaguars play the Bills again, is it going to be 9-6? Probably not. You know, like, I think it's just one of those games.
But you don't know for sure.
But you don't know.
True.
Or sometimes just teams match up better against other teams, and that's just like, what plays into it.
Maybe Mahomes and the Chiefs just got exceptionally lucky for several years and are actually bad.
Who knows?
No, could be.
Either way, what a weird game. So Broncos won. I'm curious if any Cowboys fans out there, was Mike McCarthy doing anything dumb? Post below. I feel like he definitely did.
Probably at some point.
Well, I mean,
I saw his name trending on Twitter, so something had to.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I see Zeke here has 5.1 yards per carry and only 10 carries, so like,
that could be part of it. Right.
Well, he got hurt, so.
I didn't know that. That sucks.
Yeah, he had like a knee contusion or something like that. It was something like not good.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, then we had the Vikings-Ravens, which
God, can the Vikings?
My God,
they're the Seattle Seahawks of this year. Every game is stupidly close, and they throw it for no reason.
Vikings lost to the Bengals in overtime. They lost to the Cardinals by a point on the last-second kick. Ironically, they beat the Seahawks. They lost to the Browns. They barely beat the Lions on a last-second field goal. That was one they got. Then they beat the Panthers in overtime. Then they lost to the Cowboys against, Cooper Rush or this shit. And now they lose in overtime again. Like, Vikings fans have got to be, like, completely wasted by now from the amount they've drank.
They are the North Falcons.
they actually are, yeah.
There have been so many overtimes this year, by the way. I wanted to mention that.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, which I'm just saying, Las Vegas. I'm just saying.
This was like, let's see, Cousins 187, 2 touchdowns. Dalvin Cook ran for 110.
Yeah, and that's I think the first time the Ravens have given up 100 yards this season.
Yeah.
Really good run defense.
Lamar ran for 120. He threw for 266, 3 TDs, 2 picks. This was just a wacky game, and then I guess they just ended up winning in overtime. Really.
Yeah, I mean Minnesota was pretty much in control of this game for a majority of it. Like they were up 17-3 late in the second quarter, and then they let the Ravens march down the field and score. But they just kind of like kept like 2 scores ahead for like the whole game, and then in the fourth quarter they were like, fuck it, you win.
They've got that like Charger energy from the last couple of years where they just are always so close and then something goes wrong.
Yeah.
But that's the way it works. Game of inches.
It's the Vikings at the end of the day, so who cares?
Exactly.
Lamar Jackson is very good though.
Yep,
and
he is.
And he seems also like he has definitely demonstrably improved again this year. And like if that is a trend that's going to continue to happen, like he's just going to dominate people for the next several years.
Well, we keep saying that, but then he gets to the playoffs and like you got to play in the playoffs when it matters, and that's when he starts not doing as great or something goes wrong or whatever it might be.
Yeah, we'll see.
Playoff.
We'll see this year. Playoffs.
Just trying to win a game. Speaking of trying to win a game, the Dolphins and the Texans.
Bro, this is the most who cares energy.
It really is.
First game, I think, in like 30 years where 2 1-7 teams have played each other, and they both played like 1-7 teams, and it was a very 1-7 team outcome.
Yeah, like Jacoby Brissett versus Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, 5 interceptions between the two of them.
Yeah,
Tyrod didn't come back well this week for sure.
Sorry,
I thought someone else was gonna pick it up. I didn't have anything else.
My brain, I just keep looking at this game, and then my brain just shuts off.
Myles Gaskin, 34 yards and a touchdown on 20 carries. He averaged less than 2 yards a carry. Jalen Waddle did pretty good.
Yeah.
And that was the game. So then we had the Chargers and the Eagles.
Dolphins.
This is just a good old football game here. I mean, up until the end, and
I am patting myself silently on the back to say that I was happy I started the Miami defense because they were like my 3rd best player in fantasy. So if here's Invictus Pro fantasy tip of the week, whoever's playing Houston, play that defense. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Yeah, so the Chargers-Eagles, this was a close game. Herbert, 32 of 38, 356, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's wild. What is that? What is that, like 85%, 90%?
Yeah, that's up there. I can't math, but...
Yeah, no, I don't know how to do that in my head.
Jalen Hurts had a very Jalen Hurts game, 11 of 17, 162 and a touchdown, ran for 62.
It's like about the most normal game of football I think that happened this week.
Yeah.
Really. By the way, speaking of
almost lost it.
They did almost lose it. Justin Herbert, I went back because I was curious because, Jordan Love's first start this week. I was like, what did our quarterback expert Rob say about Jordan Love? So I went back to that draft. That was the Herbert draft.
Okay.
And Rob said, quote, Justin Herbert is not good.
There you go.
Well,
all right.
That didn't age well.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I also was wrong about Josh Allen. I remember that.
That is true.
I didn't know that I shit on Herbert. That's hilarious.
And he hurdled a man.
Here we go. I found some of the quotes. I'd take Love over Herbert if you ask me, which, still, who knows?
Could be.
Also, Rob quote, Jacob Eason, also better than Herbert.
Ooh, okay, that one.
That one was a little rough.
Rob, how much were you smoking before that went live?
Oh, a whole lot, I'm sure. Yeah.
But I mean, it's like anything. Like plenty of NFL experts were like, Justin Herbert, I don't know if this guy's gonna do anything. Like,
I wonder why. I don't remember looking. I don't think I looked very closely at that draft, in fairness. But also, I don't remember looking at his.
From what I remember, like Herbert, from what a lot of people said, they were like, "Oh, he's a wild card, kind of like all over the place, gunslinger. Like he's probably not gonna be accurate. Can he make the throws? Can he do all the stuff?"
Okay, so I was like doubling down on my Josh Allen opinion.
Yeah, I think so.
All the good quarterbacks, I mean, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, they're all people who no one was like, oh, now they're gonna go crazy. They're gonna be top 10 of all time. No,
Tom Brady's a 6th rounder.
Yeah, you never know.
Like Brady's a 6th rounder. Russell Wilson, they're like, this guy's short. Like Drew Brees, he's short.
This is why, like, I think the Rams might be onto something this year with well, not even this year, but I mean for the past several years, which is just like maybe draft picks suck actually because the thing is like it's kind of, I mean it's a bit of a crapshoot in that, like, look, people in different situations are going to do better. Like if Justin Herbert's on the Jets, does he do as well as he does with the Chargers? I don't think so.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if Lamar Jackson goes to, like, the Jags, is he going to do as well as he does in the Ravens with the system that they designed for him? It's and conversely, there's, I imagine, like, loads of players that just didn't get a fair shake and never got to, I mean, like, there's great stories like Mike White, of course, Jets legend. No, but more famously, like Kurt Warner, who was like, playing in arena football and like bagging groceries and stuff too, until he got called up and won a Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
So,
the cops are coming for your bad quarterback takes, Rob.
Yeah, I guess
on the way.
Even Brady. Like, what if Brady doesn't go to the Patriots? Does he do as well as he did? Like, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, what happens if Bledsoe never goes down? Do they find out that Tom Brady's the greatest QB of all time?
Yeah, I don't know. It's questions left for history to contemplate. Yeah. So anyway, Chargers won. Eagles doing Eagle stuff. All right, here we go. Packers Chiefs. Are you ready?
All right.
13-7.
13-7. It was a humdinger, barn burner, big time game.
Burner.
So first things first, how was Jordan Love? He was okay.
Yep.
That was pretty much it. So let me read you these quarterback stats. 20 of 37, 166 yards and a touchdown. How would you say that is? Would you say it's okay?
it's if it's a win, sure.
Because those were Patrick Mahomes numbers.
Yeah.
Jordan Love won 19 of 34, 190, a touchdown, and a pick. Honestly, like, they had a pretty similar game.
Yep.
Except Jordan Love was getting blitzed out his ass. It was. I knew they were gonna do it. I was like, usually they'll like blitz young quarterback to like just put the heat on them, make them, you know, throw the ball like fast, and that's pretty much what they did. And I was like, oh, LaFleur will like scheme him open, right? He'll do like some screens. They'll do some like outside runs. They'll do, you know, slant, like quick slants, get the ball out fast. But they didn't really do that. And they just like let him like throw with a guy in his face constantly. Like, okay, if you're Aaron Rodgers, like Rodgers gonna, you know what he's gonna do. He's gonna adjust the line. He's gonna like read the defense. He's gonna move guys around. He's gonna audible. He's gonna pick up the coverage. Signs. Yeah, and plus he's played, 18 years. So he's like, oh, I know Adams is going to run this route because we practiced it for the last 4 years, and he probably knows I'm going to do this, so they throw the thing. Like, this dude's starting his first ever game, and, like, he's just been sitting on the bench, and people are like, well, he's been learning a lot. It's like, okay, if you have been learning how to ride a bike, and then you get on the bike for the first time, you know what to do, but you're still going to be like, right? Because you have to, like, learn how to actually ride the bike by riding it. Doesn't matter how much knowledge you have on riding the bike. And so I think he just needs, like, experience.
Yeah.
And I think he got a lot of it because there were plays where he would actually make a really good throw. And it was like, wow, that was really good. And then he'd kind of, like, underthrow a receiver, like, overshoot a receiver. And at first you're like, oh, what a dumb Love play. Yeah, Rodgers would have made that. But then you watched, like, the breakdown. So I watched, like I said, the Sullivan breakdown. It's like quarterback something, I don't know. And he was showing how bad the offensive line was. Like, it was our center, by the way, backup center. So we didn't even have our starting center in. And he was
on a rookie.
Yeah, so we had a first-time starting quarterback with a backup center, and it's like, well, who makes the adjustments? And it's like, So they were just like, one guy was triple blocked, and then the A gap just got blitzed hard. So it's like Love had like 1 second. Like read, like he had nothing. And so when he did get time, he actually made like really good throws. Like towards the end of the game, they were giving him more time and actually blocking well. And he like went 7 for 7 and with a touchdown. Like he actually looked solid towards the end, to the point where I was like, dude, if they get the ball back, they might actually like get down there and like score. And then Mahomes did a Mahomes play and they got out of there. But
he looked real bad.
He looked legit bad.
He's consistently looking worse and worse every week.
So
what's going on there?
It really is strange how he's sort of like just like unwinding almost, and it's you can clearly see it. He's way more like happy feet in the pocket. He's not making good throws. He's making horrible decisions.
Oh yeah,
to throw some balls, trying to pull off one of his classic Mahomes magic plays.
He had one play where he had Kelsey underneath for like an easy 15 yards, and he just bombed at the hill for like nothing because he overthrew it. Like it's that type of thing.
Yeah, he should have had a pick too, but the
offsides
dropped it.
Yeah,
there was another one where it was dropped.
The Kevin King drop. How could I forget my favorite player, Kevin King? Wow. Our starting corner, who's a rookie backup, who's still our best corner, got hurt, so he was also out. So they were going against our third string corner. Kevin King was our top corner, and they couldn't do shit. Like that's how bad it is. So the big thing was our defense actually played great. The special teams.
Oh, that's right. Missed kicks and then the fucking don't touch the ball.
So if there's one thing the Packers are great at, it's having terrible special teams constantly. Like the 2014 onside kick in Seattle NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. You would think we'd learn how to hold a football to kick a field goal by now, or like not let the ball hit you on a punt and then they pick it up at the 5-yard line. So like it was a close game, right? It was like pretty close. It was still like 0-0 or 7-0, some shit. And then our punt returner tried to get out of the way of the punt, and it hit his foot because he fell down, and then the Chiefs got the ball at like the 5-yard line.
And they only got a field goal out of that.
And they only got a field goal out of it.
You're taught, like, if you're not gonna catch the ball, you run the fuck away. Like, you just let it go. You don't like get out of there. Don't fall over. Like,
I mean, he did seem like when it was in slow motion, it looked like he was trying to get away from the ball.
He was, but he shouldn't even have been there.
Yeah, then he failed because he got hit by the ball. So
yeah. And then we missed a field goal because Bojorquez or whatever, great punter, all right? Boho blast. He gets solid punts, but why is he holding the ball? Like, can we have just anybody else just hold the snap? Like,
no, fucked both of them up.
He messed both of them up. One got blocked, one got missed. They were yelling at him on the sideline. So I mean, if we even make 2 of those field goals, it's like 13-13. And if we don't botch the punt return, like it could be 13-10. Like, who knows? Either way, like, it was a shitty ass offensive game. Though the other bad part was, I think, because we were down and getting blitzed, that they just abandoned the run. But we were running well. Like, Aaron Jones had 12 carries, 53 yards. He was averaging 4.5 yards a carry. A.J. Dillon was averaging like 6 yards a carry. He was running over people. They just stopped. I was like, why would you not run? Like, running the ball is going to help Jordan Love. Like,
Mike McCarthy's back in the building.
He's back in the building. Also, first play of the game. All right, it looks like Love makes a bad pass, but it was a terribly designed play. Like, to do a bootleg out to get him an easy completion, but nobody blocks the, like, edge dude who's reading that it's a bootleg, and so he's got a guy in his face, and he makes a bad pass. Then they run the same play in, like, the third quarter, but they give him a blocker, and Love, like, makes the throw easy. I was like, it's like, you gotta help him. Like, it's, like, I don't know. It was... Honestly, like, he didn't, like I said, he didn't play amazing. I don't think he played bad. He showed that he can make throws and, like, do well. I think I'd want to see him again. I hope he plays next week, because I'd like to see him play again.
Yeah,
the Packers,
Sorry, go on.
No, the Packers had ample chances to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City wasn't doing anything with the ball. They were totally dead in the second half. Like, they were just floundering around, and the Packers never really got any momentum after halftime until basically in the fourth quarter. And I think that Jordan Love, like, I think that if Rodgers was playing in this game, obviously it would have gone down differently, and I think the Packers probably would have won.
Yeah, I think they would have.
But with a backup center and a rookie quarterback making his first start, it was doomed from the start, I think.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs did not look good. Like, they still don't look good.
Yeah.
And that's all tied to Mahomes. He's not making good decisions. I mean, just he looked like he was just scared out there almost. And a couple of receivers had a couple of really bad drops, but there was one play in the third quarter where he had, like, multiple receivers open, and he chose to throw it to Kelsey, who just let the ball just fall through his hands.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to put a lot of the blame on Mahomes too, but he's also not getting that much help. But the Packers defense, which I don't think they're that bad, except maybe Kevin King, they were getting some good pressure on Mahomes throughout the entire game. But he was really, really happy to just start running around and throwing the ball again, or just trying to make a play, and it was not leading to good results.
Yeah. Like, I was surprised how bad they were, because I was like, oh, the Chiefs can't be that bad, right? Like, I was like, they're playing at home, like, it's the Packers, like, we're banged up, we got a rookie quarterback. I was like, they're probably just going to blow us out. But, like, it was a game until the end, which, like, legit shocked me. And if our special teams wasn't, like, brain dead, we probably could have been even closer.
And this is Jordan Love's, like, is this his first start, or is this like
this is his literal first start? He got to play like garbage time against the Saints. He got like a couple preseason games, but and even in the preseason games, like he didn't look bad. Like, he was making good throws. He had some really good throws. Like, I still think he can be, like, maybe he's not gonna be a Hall of Fame quarterback. Like, nobody knows what's gonna happen, but, like, I think he can be starter level. Like, I think he can be a good quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll see. It seems like Aaron Rodgers is probably not sticking around after this year, but I mean, who knows, I guess.
It's I would say his footwork was pretty bad. He's kind of bouncing around. That's, like, another thing you can coach.
Yeah.
Like, he kept his eyes downfield. He's still, like, even though he's getting blitzed nonstop, like he just kept getting back up, keep trying, keep going. Like he didn't like see ghosts or anything. Like I think that's at least a positive. He made some good scrambles to get away. Like overall, I was looking. There's somebody made a thing of other NFL quarterbacks' first games, and Brady's first game, he went 13 of 23, 168 and a touchdown. Rodgers went 18 of 22, 178 and a touchdown. Stafford went 16 of 37, 205 and 3 ints.
Yeah.
Wilson went 18 of 34, 153, a TD and a pick. Like, like it's the dude's first game. Like, if no matter what, like give him at least like 4 or 5 games even before you start being like, all right, like a bigger sample size. But
yeah,
I think for what I saw, I was like, you know what, it was pretty good. I was happy with it, and we can afford to lose because the other teams in the division are bad.
Fair.
Yeah.
So yeah. Then we had the Cardinals 49ers.
The Cardinals are really good.
Yeah.
They fielded a bunch of backups and smushed the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's Colt McCoy just destroying the 49ers.
He also has like a 90% completion percentage or something.
Yeah.
In this game. That's absurd. 22 of 26.
I thought the 49ers were better than that, and I guess I was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not picking them again.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so
I mean they don't have much of a running attack, do they? Or at least they're not even really trying. They Eli Mitchell did all right on his 8 carries.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Maybe he
I don't know. I guess because once you go down by like 14, a lot of times you start abandoning the running game.
Yeah.
But yeah,
James Conner though.
Yeah,
James Conner. Dude's
2
been balling
TDs.
out.
170 yards from scrimmage, 2 touchdowns. Sorry, 3 touchdowns. My bad.
Yeah, he had
One
a career
receiving
game.
Just
He had
and Colt McCoy,
Yeah.
22, 26. Look at him. How
Yeah.
old is he?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is. He's probably 30, 35.
35. Yeah.
He's so old.
He's basically dead. You can put him out there
That's true,
now.
But he can still throw for like 80% or 90%. So, this was just.
I always like Colt McCoy, but yeah, James Conner has 10 TDs this year already.
Wow.
Which is, I mean, we're like we're more than halfway in, right? Like we're about halfway in. So I mean,
yeah, we're over halfway now.
We're over now.
Yeah, so like
It's
that's
all over.
And then we get to the Jets Super Bowl, the NFL draft. I'm excited.
Yep, the Jets.
But
yeah, that's
yeah, the Cards are very good. And when is Kyler expected back?
I don't know. I didn't even know he was going to be out until like a day before the game, right?
Yeah, that was another thing that we didn't know on the last podcast.
I think this is probably. I think it's only like a week or two, but I think they saw this game and maybe they were just like, hey, this is probably not that big of a challenge. Which apparently they were right.
Yeah.
So yeah. Let's see. Then we had Titans Rams, which, dude.
Yeah.
The Derrick Henry-less Titans beating the Rams at LA.
I want Derrick Henry back.
I don't know how this happened. Like, I get how it happened, but I still don't know how it happened.
It is pretty wild.
This is another game for this week where I'm just like, how the shit? Like, what's happening?
This year has been, I feel like, I don't know if there's an upset percentage tracker, but like I feel like there's been a lot of them this year.
Been tough to predict.
Yeah.
I did have that special feeling about this game, though. I made the correct prediction here, of course, but I was on game day. I was just as surprised as anyone else. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. It is wild. I mean, well, everybody said that the Titans ran through Derrick Henry, and maybe the rest of the Titans were like, "Hey, I mean, he's good, but hey, fuck you." And then they got the win against the I don't know. Everybody's expecting like Super Bowl bound Rams. Probably.
This is the presumptive representative of the NFC in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe the Cardinals now. I don't know.
Yeah. Or if crystals and essential oils work, maybe the Packers.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, who knows?
So no, the Rams. I mean, Cooper Kupp. Fun fact is the first 1,000-yard receiver this year.
Yeah, he's on a fantasy team.
He's having a wild year.
I forget what the actual stat was, but he had a stat that put him in the company of only Jerry Rice, and when that's the case, you're doing something fucking crazy.
Yeah. He's having. I mean, like right now, he's getting. I was looking at his stats compared to Megatron, another receiver that Stafford has thrown to. Yeah. Well,
I just realized that all the Detroit Lion great players just retire early.
Yeah. Barry Sanders or leave. Or just bounce. Yeah.
I wonder if that might have something to do with playing for the Detroit.
It's possible.
Yeah. But I was looking. But it did remind me of Calvin Johnson's stats, and like he had several years where he was averaging 17-point-plus yards a reception. Imagine that. Every time you throw to a man, on average, he'll get 20 yards. That's just absurd. Yeah. The numbers are absurd. But I did also see, though, that like Cooper Kupp this year is on average 13-point-something yards per reception. So it's like, close to a guaranteed first down when you throw to him on average.
Damn.
Which is wild. He's having a very, very good year. And he's undrafted, too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Undrafted free agent.
That's crazy. Again, it's like the draft is it's a big lottery, and you're just playing the odds. Or you're like, 85% chance this guy will be good. That's why he goes in the first round. And it's like,
Steelers, and you just get it right every time.
Yeah. With running backs and wide receivers specifically. And
I think it's especially weird that it's happening for Kupp right now. Like he hasn't had an exceptional year ever. Like he's just been pretty good, but like these are insane numbers.
Yeah, he's doing very, very well this year.
Yeah,
but they lost, didn't they?
They sure did.
They did.
Oh yeah, by the way, I was gonna say Trevion Diggs. Remember how good he was doing? Apparently, according to like PFF, he's ranked very low last 3 weeks. So I don't know what's going on there.
Maybe, I mean, another thing too is like we're getting into the point in the season where like almost everybody is starting to play hurt, so that could start to factor into like some people.
Yeah, that's true too. Then at the end of the season, you're like, I was playing with a broken rib and an arm hanging off my body.
There might be like 5 players with punctured lungs right now, just like
Yeah, like it's insane. I remember this isn't football, it's basketball, but I remember Steve Nash was on like this thing, and he was like, oh yeah, he was just draining. He made like 100 free throws in a row. They were like talking to him. They're like, dude, like you make so many free throws. Like why is the highest free throw percentage like 90% or 89% during a season? Like, and why don't players shoot better free throws? And he was like, well, when you travel from like Philadelphia to New York to Phoenix all in a day, and your foot hurts and your arm hurts and everything, he's like, it's going to drop your percentage points a bit.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, you don't understand like what these athletes are going through with their body, how it's just like, I mean, like dudes are playing with like sprained ankles, sprained thumbs, like broken bones, like they're doing some crazy shit.
Yeah, so let's fly them to London for like a game.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea.
We haven't talked about it on the podcast, but there was some like off-season into season news that like St. Louis might sue the NFL about the Rams leaving and stuff, and it might end up being like they get a team, which might end up meaning that there's gonna be like a London team or a Mexico City team.
Honestly,
or
just give them the Chargers, man. Chargers need a new home. They just need to be loved. And that's like it's like a swap, right? The Rams took LA or went to LA, and then LA gives back a team. You know?
Yeah, there you
go. Swap. I actually kind of like that idea. I think it'd be fun. So then we had the big time game we talked about a bit earlier, the Steelers-Bears.
So a good statistic for this game is that the Steelers scored 29 points off of 280 total yards of offense. That is pathetic. That is stupid. That is horrible. Like, first off, we talked about the officiating already, but before we get to that, I just like this offense is disgustingly bad. Like, I'm just watching it. Not only is it not good, it's boring. There's like no excitement. The ball never like I was watching while playing. I was playing Among Us yesterday. And I was watching it on the side, and I was like, you can go back and watch my stream. I was like, oh, this is just run up the middle. Like this is run up the middle. Run up the middle. Every time, over and over and over. I was like, oh, okay, third down, time for a shitty screen pass that doesn't go for more than like 3 yards. There was literally one point too where I was like, oh, this is like third and like 15. Well, some teams might actually like, try to get it down the field because in the past, 3rd and 15 was like impossible, like years and years ago. Like you never convert that. But nowadays, you got these star quarterbacks and these star receivers. You can get the ball that far. But I was like, nah, this is just going to be a check down for 7 yards. And it was a check down for exactly 7 yards. And it's just like the whole, like, they're so predictable and bad. And it's just not fun to watch. And this team will not win a single playoff game unless something changes. And I feel like I've already said that this year, but I'm going to say it again because it's just, man, is it boring. Like,
yeah.
But on the bright side, Freiermuth, our new tight end, is fucking awesome. I think he's the real deal. I think he's got a spot, and what a great draft pick he was. And also fucking Chris Boswell, dude had 2 50-plus yard field goals, a game-winning 40-yard field goal, and a fumble recovery in the fourth quarter. All in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
dude's the fucking boss. Like, and I love that we got him. Because
he's Chris.
Yeah,
Boss.
that's his name.
Boo.
But yeah, no, those are the 2 bright spots of the game. And now for all of the shitty, horrible, not bright spots, which is everything else that happened during the game, including our special teams. You'll love this one, Krendor. I don't know if you saw this, but our special teams guy just straight up fumbled, like hit his own guy and fumbled the ball pretty much on a punt return, giving the Bears a free 7 points in the fourth quarter.
I did see that. It was actually really close to not being a fumble too. Like his knee looked almost down, like he still was holding it, but it was kind of out.
Yeah, he just like ran into his own guy and was like, ball security. And then the penalties.
Oh yeah, the penalties. By the way,
and the non-penalty too.
A story came up on the NFL Reddit I saw where Chris Sims shares he shares personal story of Tony Correnti taking personal offense and retaliation against him in a game. So yeah,
fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you look that up, you'll find it. But I don't know what happened. But
Justin Fields got destroyed on several plays, and the refs were like, what's happening over here? Is that a bird?
Oh yeah,
singing a song.
The Steelers have a weird coaching problem because Mike Tomlin, their coaching is great on like everything except discipline. Like all these, like they late hit, like they still want to pretend they're the old 2008 Steelers where they can just fucking kill people, and that's just how football works. No, you can't do that anymore. Stop hitting people so stupidly late. Stop hitting them so hard late too. Like it's not even they're hitting them late; they're hitting them hard too. It's like this is just not what football is anymore. Chill the fuck out. Stop being stupid.
As another side, like I do think that they should also move tackling on receivers and stuff to the place that you can tackle QBs, just the body. Because it's safer for everyone involved, like the defensive player and the offensive player, and it sucks when a good receiver goes out when he gets like a low hit, and those happen all the time on those late hits. I don't know if it happened necessarily with in this game, but
no, I mean I think they actually avoid, like there was never any like helmet to helmet, I don't think, but it was just a bunch of obnoxiously late hits that were just totally unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, and then you get ones like the one the Packers got called for against Garoppolo, where he like tapped him, and they're like, "Whoa,
yeah,
throw the flag."
That's the thing is like that's the annoying thing is like the hits on Fields weren't honestly that bad, but if we're gonna call little itty bitty oopsie, I touched the quarterback 15 yards, then then in that logic he got destroyed on those plays.
It's the consistency with it. It's like
exactly
it's like in a lot of sports like basketball or football or whatever, like they'll call a game how they're going to call it, or even like baseball where they're like, oh, he's calling the outside corner strike, so they're going to start doing that. But if but they do it for both teams, like, oh, this guy got a penalty because he did this guy did that, or like this guy committed a foul because he got tapped on the shoulder and he did. It's like they're calling it that way. But if it's one-sided or it's not consistent every week, that's when people are like, all right, this is dumb.
And honestly, like, it does kind of seem, gambling conspiracy aside, like, it does kind of seem like the refs in the NFL might also be doing makeup calls. Like, I think
I noticed.
I think they do that.
There were some, like, the Bears got away with a fuck ton of holding at the end, but I wasn't going to say anything because they would have to literally get away with like 7 holds in a row for it to like balance out. But there was a semblance of it towards the end, but like. I don't know. And Chicago fans out there, don't let this distract you from the fact that your head coach should be fired still.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Jesus Christ. Like, the Bears still suck. Like, I know this game was close, but I'm just watching this, like, the Bears on the final drive when the Steelers had the game-winning field goal, they lined up offsides twice. Not, like, they didn't jump offsides. They lined up offsides twice. And Ben literally tried to spike the ball to get them for 12 men on the field because there was a guy running off the field. But that was the 11th guy. They were about to run a play with 10 guys on the field.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much going wrong there. Like,
yeah.
It's Justin Fields looked pretty good, though, in this game.
Yeah.
He had one really good throw. And, like, I know it's just one, but it was a really nice throw. Like, right down the middle.
You're kind of seeing... It's kind of like what I was talking about with like the Love stuff. Like, you can watch Jordan Fields, the hybrid quarterback. You can watch Justin Fields progress through the season from just getting experience and like playing.
Yeah.
Like like you look early in the season, like he got destroyed by Cleveland because they did just what like they did to the Packers. Like they just blitzed the shit out of him, and like he could still like scramble out of some, but like he's going crazy. And then you see him like slowly start to get better and better. He's like, oh, he actually did okay against that team, and like did better against that team. And like you watch and you get now like a sample size to work with, and you're like, all right, is this guy learning? Is he actually getting better? Or is he just staying the same and like not actually learning anything? And you can see with Fields, he is getting better and he's learning, which is like a positive for them.
Yeah, and that's it's honestly more common for QBs to have like a kind of shaky first year and get better over time. Like there have been a lot of like big star players recently that like their first starting year they've done very well and gone to the playoffs and stuff. But like most QBs generally don't have that. Yeah. That kind of trend. They have a shaky start, and they learn the game as they are playing in the NFL, which is like professional sports is different from college football.
Yeah, I mean, just think of literally anything you've ever done, where it's like you'd be playing a sport, learning a new hobby, like whatever it is. You can learn all about it, but once you start doing it, you're like, oh, this is how do I do this and that, and then you like learn slowly, and then you get better at it. And they
were talking in this game about how like in his college offense, Fields like never went under center for the snap.
Yeah, and that's common now.
Yeah, and like in the NFL, like you that's something that you need to learn. A lot of QBs, they learn that in their first years. They're just things that they still don't know yet that they're figuring out as time goes on.
Yeah. So
this game sucked.
Yeah, this game sucked. It was pretty bad. I still don't know how Matt Nagy's a coach, and I don't even like the Bears, and so
he's got to be gone after this year, right? Unless he gets like a second Justin Fields year, because I could see that happening.
That's the only thing I could see happening is they're just like, yeah, he's coaching up Fields. Let him keep going, see what happens.
Right? Yeah.
Sure. And then that was it. Those are the games of the week. Sinvicta. Power rankings.
Thank you, Coach Crendor. Power rankings. We had lots of moving, lots of shaking, lots of falling down. Starting with the top 5 of this week's Power Rankings for Week 10 in the NFL on PowerRankings.com, Power Rankings NFL Bible or something. Robert.
The Arizona Cardinals.
Yep. Bear.
Yep. The Green Bay Packers.
Yep. Coach.
The Baltimore Ravens.
No.
Are you kidding me?
Unbelievably, no. Apollo.
The Tennessee Titans?
Yep.
Yeah.
Robert.
The Rams.
Could you say that again, please, sir?
the Los Angeles Rams.
Strike 2, Bear Taffy. You're missing 2.
The
top 5.
Well, there's got to be one that's obvious. Come on. I know it.
There's
an obvious one.
The Dallas Cowboys?
No.
Well.
Yep. What? And Coach Crandor for the dunk.
I mean, we always have a good old-fashioned cowboy what every week.
It's amazing.
Amazing. They got destroyed by the Broncos.
Nope, it's the Bible. Let's go. It's probably the Bills, even though they lost.
No. It's the Bucs.
Yeah, it's got to be the
Bucs. It is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Starting with the top 5, the Cardinals move back up into first place after being previously ranked 3rd. The Buccaneers, despite being on a bye week, have risen 3 spots. So good job, Bucs. The Tennessee Titans now moving back into the 3rd rank, leapfrogging the careening down the hillside Packers, now sitting at the 4th spot after previously being ranked number 1. And then finally in the top 5, inexplicably, unexpectedly, and unadulterated BS-ery, the Dallas Cowboys have fallen from the 2nd to the 5th, but still in the top 10, or it's still in top 5, despite losing, getting shellacked by the Denver Broncos. Rounding out the top 10 were the Baltimore Ravens, now moving up from 7th to 6th. The Rams now swapping with them, who have fallen from 6th to 7th. The Bills falling 4 spots from the 4th to the 8th rank. Not the fattest doink, by the way. The Chargers now rising 3 spots, going from 12th to 9th. And then surprisingly, unbelievably, the Cleveland Browns getting in the top 10 of the Power Rankings, NFL.com Power Rankings, who will not miss OBJ. And breaking news, Coach, the rumors about him going to the Green Bay Packers are, quote, premature. End quote.
Classic.
Now, heading on over here to, we're going to start off with the thinnest dink this week because we have multiple teams. 3 teams have risen 6 spots each. I believe that is a Power Rankings record. We've never had multiple teams rise so many spots in time for the thinnest dink. These 3 teams have risen 6 spots in their prospective spots. So let's see if you can name them. I'm not going to give you any hints because screw you all. Starting with Robert.
Is it the Steelers?
It is not the Steelers. That is one of the few teams that actually didn't move at all.
That's deserved. They should have gone down, honestly.
Bear.
Patriots?
It is not the New England Patriots. The Patriots ended. Well, we'll save that for the special moment. Crandor.
It's a special moment.
Special Patriots moment.
Ooh.
No Crandor.
I think I got one.
I'm gonna. Let's see here.
And Apollo. Yep. And Apollo.
I said the Giants.
It is not the New York Giants.
Wait, I think I got it.
All right. And can any of you name one of them?
Is it the Vikings?
What?
Do you even watch football anymore? We're talking about one of 3 teams that moved up, Coach.
I thought we were doing the. I still get confused by the dink and the doink. All right.
Dear God. All right. Well, the 3 teams that have risen.
The Colts?
6 spots is not the Colts, but it's Colt tangential. The Denver Broncos.
We have no idea what the fuck.
The Broncos have moved up from the 23rd spot to the 17th spot. Now climbing 6 spots. It was not the Patriots, which again I'm going to say for Bear in a moment. The Cleveland Browns have risen 6 spots.
Literally my next guess. God.
The Browns have risen.
Well, we got through half the league, so
even Randy would have done better than you at this.
He probably would have. Yeah.
The Browns have risen 6 spots, going from the 16th spot to the 10th spot, and finally, I cannot believe that none of you said this. The Tennessee Titans. They were ranked 9th. They were ranked 9th last week.
That's stupid.
And now they have risen to the 3rd rank in the NFL Power Rankings, NFL.com. Now, Bear Taffy.
Power rankings are a tad reactionary. I feel like.
No, I mean, that's what the Power Rankings are for now. Here we go. Bear Taffy. Your New England Patriots have risen 4 spots in the Power Rankings. Now, the clear division leaders and winners of the end of the season, so help me God. Bear Taffy, true or false? The Patriots are ranked above the Kansas City Chiefs, both being 5 and 4 in the Power Rankings, NFL.com Power Rankings. I will tell you that the Patriots have risen 4 spots in the Power Rankings. That's the only hint I'm giving you.
Guaranteed true.
Absolutely correct. The Patriots are indeed ranked above the 5 and 4 Chiefs, despite having the same record, despite the Chiefs being the early number 1 pick in the NFL Power Rankings, besides the Bucs, of course. The Chiefs have now fallen to the 12th spot, although they have risen since last week, going up from 13th to 12th. Now, going on over to the Saints expert himself, Apollo. True or false? The New Orleans Saints are in the top 15 of the NFL.com Power Rankings.
Top 15.
They have fallen 5 spots, not the fattest doink.
Oh, that's tough. They're probably either 15th or 16th. I'm going to say that they are still in the top 15.
That is correct. The Saints were previously the 8th ranked in the NFL Power Rankings, now fallen to the 13th spot.
Excuse me, the responses are true or false?
How confusing me.
We got a clear answer out of him. That's fine. Now, going on over here to Coach Krendor. Yeah. Coach, it's the time you've been waiting for.
Yeah.
Coach Krendor, this team has fallen 7 spots. All right. Be the fattest doink. You've talked about them once today. We've talked about them not really in length, but they're your team. Name this team. They have fallen from the 17th to the 24th spot in the power ranking.
I think fat doink, dude.
I think it's one of 2 teams.
I'll let you have both guesses.
The Raiders or the 49ers.
One of those is correct.
Fun. It's a mystery. It's like dinner at the show.
Definitely.
I think it's probably the 49ers.
That is correct. The San Francisco 49ers have fallen from 17th to 24th in the NFL Power Rankings. The Niners just careening down out there. Unbelievable. Now, finally, guys, this is it. This is basically for all the muffins on the table. I don't even know what that means.
I would like some muffins.
I would like
common sense.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, muffins on the table.
Maybe multiple muffins.
Yeah.
All right. Absolutely. A collective true or false. True or false? The New York Jets, Robert's New York Jets, are ranked above the Miami Dolphins in the NFL Power Ranks, NFL.com.
Oh.
True or false?
I say true.
Bear.
Let's go true. Yeah, I like true.
Coach Krendor.
True.
I'm going to say false.
Oh, shit.
One of those is correct. It is absolutely false. The Jets, not having the legend that is Mike White, have now fallen down to the 30th rank of the NFL power rankings. Now they have fallen below the Dolphins, the football team, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Who have risen.
That's wrong.
Nothing is wrong in the NFL power rankings Bible of the internet. And finally, we have to read the dead last write-up for the Houston Texans.
It's still the Texans? It's not the 08 Lions?
Nope, it's still the Texans. Now, Tyrod Taylor was supposed to bring a veteran stability to the Texans in his return to the lineup after missing 6 games with a hamstring injury. That didn't happen. Taylor threw 3 interceptions, was sacked 5 times in a grisly 17-9 loss to the Dolphins that made Houston the 12th team in NFL history to follow a season-opening win with 8 consecutive defeats. Sunday's results aside, Taylor probably gives Houston the best chance to win on a weekly basis, but it might make more sense to continue an evaluation on rookie passer Davis Mills, which I agree with. Week 18 can't arrive soon enough for this franchise, and that's going to do it for the power rankings. Back up to Robert, Bear, Crendor, and Apollo in the booth for the Pick'ems. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun.
Pick'ems. Pick'ems.
Pick them.
Pick them.
As your weekly Pick'ems champ.
I just Googled.
I don't have anything to say. I just wanted to claim that I was the weekly champion of Pick'ems.
Were you? I didn't look.
I was.
Did I?
Doesn't happen often, so I
did really well. I'm sure. I'm sure I did. Say very
you didn't do as bad as Crendor, that's for sure.
That's very true. That's very true.
No one did as bad as Randy.
That's true.
That's also true, yeah. Also, new update on the OBJ thing. His preferred destination does still seem to be the Packers. However, the Saints are making a hard push, as are the Patriots.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I could see him going to the Patriots, and that is a scary thought.
That is actually pretty scary.
I did not think that the Patriots would be in the market for him, to be honest with you.
I don't think the Saints would be in the market. What?
I didn't think that either. Yeah,
definitely not the Saints, but
I can see the Patriots.
Who else but Bill would be able to take just a pain in the ass player and make them good?
I mean, he's tried to do that several times, and you hear about the successes, but then there's a lot of failures too. Like I remember Hainsworth when we tried to bring him in.
Oh yeah,
well, that was hating Mac Jones in like 2 weeks.
That was more Hainsworth than anything, but he's also just
I think
no, I'm just saying like sometimes it's just the personality just cannot be tamed.
I think he just would want to play with Rodgers just because it's like a good quarterback.
I mean, he wants it might be a match made in heaven, actually, because they could, he says he wants to go to a contender, but it seems like he really wants to go somewhere where they're going to force feed him the ball. Yeah. And in New England, I guess they probably would.
That does make sense.
I think New England would make sense. New England or Green Bay, I think. Even Seattle, but even then Seattle, they already have DK, so I don't know. But the Packers have Adams. I guess it depends if he wants to win or not. I don't know. If he wants to get the ball the most, probably New England. But if he wants to win, probably Green Bay, because he also would play against Cleveland on Christmas, and maybe he wants revenge, like one of those revenge games. I don't know. It depends. I don't know. I honestly don't give a shit. But we do have our pick'em stats. So. My lock of the week, the surefire Buffalo Bills losing. Love that one. And there was also Discord's lock of the week. Randy, a rough week. The only one to pick the Jaguars, however.
Yep.
And the best was Apollo at 10-5, Bear at 9-6, and then Sinvicta Rob at 8-7.
Still undefeated on locks and on Ravens picks.
Yeah.
Woo!
Bears now 4-14 predicting Browns games or divisional Browns games. 19-14 in non-divisional games.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of that comes from impulsively shouting "Go Browns!"
That is true. Yeah.
Go Browns!
That is fair. Rob, 50% success rate predicting the Titans every season, locks included.
Every season. Yeah, that's absurd.
That is Randy shit.
I cannot pick the Titans, I guess. I still haven't come up with a strategy to avert this catastrophe.
I mean, now that you're aware of it, I feel like it can't possibly be maintained at this point.
The two nemesises are going up with the Saints and the Titans, so you have an unpickable team versus a team you always pick 50-50. So what's going to happen there?
Oh, no.
The 49ers loss means there are no perfectly predicted teams remaining. That was my team, I guess I'd predicted perfectly. Someone does still have a perfectly imperfect prediction of 0-8. Someone has not picked the team correct all season.
Oh, no.
Who could that be? I don't think it's me.
I mean, maybe it's me.
Yeah, now I'm curious
maybe
who
it's
it
the
is.
Titans.
Could it be the Titans?
Maybe I've been wrong on the Titans every week this year. I don't know.
No, it says this year you've been 5-5 on
the
Titans.
You're literally 5-5 this year.
Yeah, it does say it right there.
Maybe one of us, no, because we've all picked against the Lions, right? So we've all been right on the Lions at least once.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Is it maybe it's the Saints. Maybe someone still hasn't gotten the Saints right.
Maybe it's the Saints. I don't. What? Please tell us.
It's gotta be the Saints. Yeah, you can't dangle that to us like that.
Apollo has struggled at predicting teams coming off a bye. 15-24 overall, 6-5 on the season.
I'm doing good this season at least, sort of. Not really.
There's improvement.
Yeah. Sinvicta extends longest picks against streak by picking against the Jets for the 28th straight game. Last time he picked the Jets, 2019 against the Bengals, and they lost.
Yeah. Ever since then, I said
something like never again.
Yeah. That sounds like something I would say.
I don't think that's going to change this week.
Yeah. I mean, in fairness, your record in those games is probably pretty good.
Yeah.
In predicting the Jets losing every week.
Yeah. I mean,
I just want to give a quick big shout out again in general to Pixel Haven, but also that's adorable little bear art taking a nap. That's original work. Dude. I didn't make that. I didn't have anyone make that. He just made that. That's adorable.
Yeah, you look very, very cozy, Bear.
It is very good every week and like improves every week too.
Oh,
like they do a great job over there.
And then they put together our stats compared to ESPN, CBS, and NFL.com. And what I've learned is it's, pretty much just the straight across the board 60%.
It doesn't matter
slightly above
who
average.
you are.
Yeah.
You could be anybody, and you could predict an NFL game to about 60% accuracy.
Yeah. Although props to the top three at like 0.65 pretty much. Those are Matt Bowen, Laura Rutledge, and
they're probably just cowards though, and don't do.
Yeah, they're probably just cowards, honestly.
Yeah.
No, they got the fixes. They know when the pick is in.
They got Tony Corrente in their back.
Exactly.
Yeah. We got him.
They know what
Discord is extremely high. So yet again, we're seeing collective power trumps all.
I'm only one game out of Discord, and that's because I had that one wacky week. So don't worry, my crown is going to be firmly in place by the end of the season.
Hey,
I'm tied with
you better watch it.
I'm tied with Damian Woody, and I feel like I am a Damian Woody.
Damian Woody's great. He was a Jets player, and he was.
Yeah, he was a Jets player. That's right.
There you go, Coach. You're tied with a Jets player.
I'm tied with a Jets player. Sounds right.
Hey, he's close to, if not should be, a Hall of Famer. So he's very good. Yeah.
I'm practically in the Hall of Fame. The power rankings. I should have that mastered by now. So I got to beat the power rankings and Discord this season.
You do. Mid-season Discord voting stats. Texans have received 60 total votes out of a possible 898.
Okay.
The Bills have not had fewer than 60 votes in any individual week. The Bengals have received the most variable number of votes week to week, probably because their play is also variable week to week.
Oh, that's the actual graph, too. Look at this in 3D.
That is pretty cool. Texans are the Discord's best predicted team, 92%. Saints are the worst, 13%. Discord.
That's real bad.
That's insane.
Yeah, it is.
How could all those people be so wrong so often?
Discord more successful picking with 59% confidence than with 60 to 79%. And despite the nearly 900 submissions over 9 weeks, there's yet to be a perfect week recorded. There
It's
have been
so hard.
Yeah, man.
2 single loss weeks, 12-1, both week 7.
Oh, geez, that week must have been easy, I guess.
Apparently, yeah.
Also,
Pick 'em.
Big.
Ravens, Dolphins.
Ravens.
yeah, it's a Ravens. I might even lock that. I don't know. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, it's a
Nothing's a
Ravens.
lock anymore.
Yeah, nothing's a lock anymore.
Yeah, anything in the AFC is just out of control.
Mm-hmm. I'll be locking the Ravens.
Oh,
Okay.
all right, there he is.
Okay.
Everybody's Ravens then.
Yeah.
Saints, Titans.
Titans.
Yeah, Titans. As the Saints expert,
This is
I'm gonna pick the Titans.
Dude,
This
if
is
the
one of
Titans
those
can
games,
beat the
dude.
Rams without Derrick Henry, they can
Yeah, but
probably
this
handle
is-
the
They
Saints.
lost to the Jets.
I know.
this is dude. This is one of those games where the
That's
Titans
ridiculous.
they're gonna Titans it up. They just
They might.
they'll look amazing and then they just shit the bed one week.
We need a counter on how many times Krendor says this is one of those games. though."
It
Here's
is
the thing: Saints backup quarterback. Mm-mm.
I'm going Saints.
But they did win last week, right?
No, they
Saints?
lost to
No,
the
they lost
Falcons.
to the Falcons.
They lost-
last second.
they lost
field
to the
goal.
Falcons.
Okay, right. Yeah, that's
Can't
right.
blame you
okay.
for forgetting, though. It's
But
impossible to remember.
I'm still going Saints. This is a Saints win.
It's not. It's Tennessee.
I will also take the Tennessee Titans because of peer pressure.
I hate giving Krendor a one against all pick though, because
It's my way to climb back.
it's how you climb back. Yeah.
Yeah.
A broken clock is right twice a day. Okay.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's right.
Sometimes it's wrong.
That's true.
For 99% of the rest of the day, it's actually completely wrong.
Well, luckily we only record this podcast for 2 hours the other week. You know.
Yeah.
Odds
Bills,
are pretty good.
Jets.
I'll
All
take the
right, he's
Bills.
locking the Bills. I'm
Okay,
going Bills.
Yeah, they're not gonna lose to the
I'm
Jets.
taking the Bills. Yeah.
I'm taking the New York Jets.
Are you actually?
He finished saying it. He means it.
I thought he was gonna do a turn left after New York.
I was fully expecting it.
If they were located in Buffalo, I'm taking the Bills.
He did it.
He did it.
Had him in the first half, not going to
Yeah,
lie.
he did it.
Damn it.
I think none of you have enough faith in Mike White, to be honest with you. He's
clearly.
playing. Well, I'm picking against them because of magical purposes, even though it didn't work last
All right.
week.
Well,
Magical purposes.
Yes.
That's a good sentence.
No one will believe.
I'm not picking the Jets. Lions, Steelers.
I'm taking the
Steelers.
Lions.
What?
Crazy.
He's doing the classic reverse Apollo thing.
Yeah,
No.
I
He's
locked
Steelers.
my team last week, okay? Did you see
No.
what happened when I did that?
Yeah, they won.
I was
No,
gonna
don't
pick.
know if that was the win.
I was gonna pick the Steelers, but then I read something.
Oh no.
Dan
Oh,
Campbell
Christ.
said, "quote I want to be around the quarterback more." And I think he's going to motivate Jared Goff. He's going to bite his kneecaps. He's going to inject them with 2 of those venti coffees, and he's going to
No,
get this
6.
guy going. And I'm
6
taking the
Ventis.
Detroit Lions.
Hell
you
yeah.
are insane.
The Lions win. You didn't watch that game on Monday. You didn't see what I saw.
I did
Yeah.
watch the game on Monday. What are you talking about?
You watched the game on Monday, but you didn't see what I saw,
Okay, well, it's
which is an anemic offense and a defense that can't get its shit together in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, but the Lions.
It's
Dude,
the
when they
Lions.
bite Big Ben's kneecaps, he's not going to get up.
That's he does have some.
He
Not
rarely
yet.
wants to get up anymore.
Najee
Yeah.
Harris is going to absolutely destroy the Lions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when he runs up the middle and can't go anywhere because we call the same fucking run play every time.
I mean, hey, look, I'll take the free win, so whatever.
That's fine.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right.
see about that.
Jaguars, Colts.
I'm gonna lock the Colts.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going Colts.
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts as well.
Didn't the Jaguars just beat the Bills, though?
But
They
they're
beat
also
the Bills.
playing
They
on the
scored
Colts
9
field, which is
points.
like an abomination of a field. They're going to be
Yeah.
blinded.
You
Yeah.
can't see anything on that field. It's
Yeah.
gonna be
Trevor
the
Lawrence
Is
is gonna
Lawrence
shit
okay?
himself.
Probably not.
Oh, is he really?
Trevor Lawrence, he went back in the game. He
got back into the game. Yeah, he's okay.
But that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to play.
He might still be.
Urban Meyer said he should be fine this week, but it's Urban Meyer, so I don't know if I trust him.
What a confident statement from
It's a credible source.
Why are you asking me?
Yeah, why are you asking me? I was at the bar last night. I don't know what the fuck.
Look, he was partying with Beat Hard. I mean, it's a match made in heaven.
I'll go Colts, yeah.
Yeah.
I just pictured Urban Meyer like drawing up a plan like some girl at the bar's ass. Like, now this is how I get out of this one. We do a post route up the ass. All there it is.
You see, you go into the left pocket, and you squeeze a little bit, then you make your way around.
I don't know how I'm not fired yet. I just keep trying to get fired every week.
I mean,
Urban Meyer is the luckiest fucking man on planet Earth that the rest of the NFL exploded this year.
They just ran out of choices, right? That's gotta be the only explanation.
They're just like, we tried to get Matt Nagy from the Bears, but they just wouldn't let him go.
He's in the corner of the room going.
Buccaneers, Washington.
I will take the Bucks.
Yeah, I'll take the Bucks.
Go
Bucks.
Go Bucks. Yeah.
I still love that on the schedule that I use, which is I just Googled the NFL schedule, that the Washington football team is the only team that has a completely square. It's just the JPEG of a W. This is so good.
Go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
Go Hogs, but Bucks will probably win.
Yeah, go Hogs, but go Bucks.
Yeah.
Browns, Patriots.
I have been talking shit about the Patriots for like 3 straight weeks, so I have to pick the Browns. Otherwise, I'm just a hypocrite. I gotta pick the Browns.
That's fair.
I am very high on
the end of statement.
Nice, dude. Hell yeah, bro.
Yes, the very well-known Stoner Sinvicta. Let's count how many times that's happened ever. I am very high on Mac Jones and the Patriots. I am taking the New England Patriots. Ooh. But man, do I hate the organization and their entire staff and football field.
Oh, dude, yeah. Hell yeah to that one. Fuck. Yeah, I'm going to go Pats here.
I want to go Patriots, but I think the Browns are getting rolling now. They got the running game going. I'm going to go Browns.
I don't want to take the Patriots, so I won't. And I will take the Browns.
Seems reasonable.
The only 2 people here who've actually been to Foxborough and hate it are taking the Patriots.
Yeah, that's like some you got scarred or something. You can't leave it.
Yeah,
it's Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, it's the Stockholm syndrome. Falcons, Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Jeez, what an absolute train wreck.
Yeah.
Like, how do you after if last week didn't happen, we'd all be like, obviously Cowboy.
Okay, I'm rolling a D20 on this one. I've got a D20 right here. Good. All right, 1 to 10, it's going to be Cowboys. The rest are going to be Falcons, and it's a 10 Cowboys.
Oh wow.
He's right on the edge too.
Cowboys can't lose twice in a row to bad teams, right?
No, they can't.
That's exactly why
Mike McCarthy could. But
that's
and an NFC East team could.
Was last week's game at home for them? Was it in Dallas?
Yeah,
it was.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And there were like a lot of Broncos fans. It was kind of like weird.
That was weird. I'll take the Cowboys, I guess.
Yeah, I hate it, but because I think
the Falcons
Smart
can
money
win.
is on the boys, right? It's got to be. Although, wait, they did lose to Birds last week too, didn't they? Oh no!
Wait,
I'm still going
to Birds.
Oh wait, did they not lose to Birds?
It was a cowboy versus a horse, and the horse won.
They lost to a horse. That's actually terrible for
they couldn't tame the horse.
Oh boy, if you're a cowboy that can't beat a horse, that's a
major
if you're
problem.
A cowboy that can't beat off a horse,
professionally.
That's what your job is. Come on,
you got to beat them hard.
You got to CJ beat hard.
Yep. All right, so everybody pick.
Yeah, I'll take the Cowboys.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad we all pick the same teams that if we lose, it's inconsequential.
Yeah.
Panthers, Cardinals.
Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals. Although I will say that a Cardinal would get absolutely destroyed by a Panther.
There's no fly.
Flutter around.
Be in their territory.
You put them in a box, it's over for the Cardinal.
The Cardinal. Oh, right, yeah. But if a Cardinal just like was in the wild, they just fly away.
We already talked about how picking this way was like a 20% win rate. You're better off just picking like Randy.
We go Panthers.
No, you're not better. You're not better off with Randy. Not after last week.
Yeah, no.
I'm going Cardinals.
I will say I got a bad feeling when I said Cardinals because this kind of feels like a trap game. This feels like this might be a trap game.
Wait, we need to play which organ hurts the most in Rob's pick whenever he makes a pick. You got a bad feeling in which part of your body, Rob? That we need to know.
Yeah. Does Rob need to see a doctor, or is he right about picking NFL teams?
It's honestly probably more of the latter or the former than the latter.
No, I think it's the latter. I think
if CMC gets going, it could be a game.
Is Murray hurt?
Murray? Don't know.
Murray? Yeah,
Murray hurt.
Oh, I don't know. I hope not.
You talking about Kyler?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyler.
Oh, Murray. Yeah.
Kyler Murray. He's expected to play this week.
I'm taking the Cardinals, though.
It's still the Cardinals, no matter what. They're playing against Darnold.
Yeah.
Darnold.
Hey, Darnold.
Oh, darn.
We continue to make fun of his last name.
It's like a top 5 Nickelodeon theme song.
I'm pretty sad that he never did like a commercial where they did the intro to Hey Arnold, but with Darnold.
Oh, yeah, that would be funny.
I would be thrilled.
Yeah.
Vikings, Chargers.
Chargers?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Chargers?
I'm going Chargers just because I don't like the Vikings.
I don't either.
Vikings here.
Yeah.
Vikings are actually looking pretty good.
No, they're not.
Their offense is looking pretty good, dude.
They're in a lot of close games. They're just not winning the close games.
But they're losing the close games.
It's the Vikings though.
Yeah, but the Chargers got dunked on and they almost lost to the Eagles. I'm gonna go Vikings.
The last time I went with that mentality, the Chargers ended up losing. So
I'm gonna take the Chargers.
I'm still taking Chargers because I don't think the Vikings are good.
Electricity beat out Vikings ultimately.
Well, wasn't Thor a Viking?
Oh, that's a good point.
Whoa. Okay, now what the fuck are we
He might be immune to the electricity.
Seahawks, Packers.
So this is the question: is Russell Wilson's back this week? And I think Aaron Rodgers is back this week. But
He's
is Russell Wilson going to be 100%?
Probably not, because he was cleared early by his doctor.
Yeah,
and it's a finger injury. So I think it's going to be the Packers, but
I'm going to go Packers.
Is Rodgers back?
They said
Rodgers is back. Yes,
he should be back.
And it's the NFL, so that means he will. So yeah.
Barring any like crazy stuff happening, but I think he is going to be back.
He'll probably be back and play really well because he'll be pissed off that everybody thinks
probably
he's a piece of shit now. So
yeah.
Fun stat from the Packers game that I forgot to mention, but I wanted to bring up with Coach because it was coincidental that it was Jordan Love's first start, but it should be mentioned that Devontae Adams had a season low of 42 receiving yards and 14 targets. This is the first time in his career that he's had less than 50 yards and 14 targets.
Yeah,
so he was being targeted, but he wasn't getting the ball.
There's actually, he could have had a touchdown, but a guy didn't get blocked and he just panicked through it.
Yeah, so if Jordan Love starts, it's important to note Devontae Adams may not be a very big.
Well, it's also Adams missed he missed last week, so he didn't even get the practice. It was just they've never even played together before, like that type of. It was a shit show altogether.
Yeah.
I'll take Packers. I think I didn't say that, but I'll take the Packers, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Packers just because I can't pick the Seahawks, dude. I can't do it.
Seahawks.
Not in this matchup.
Oh!
Seahawks.
All right.
He said it.
When you've got nothing to lose.
What are Packers supposed to be?
Meat cheese packing.
Yep. Oh, okay.
Yep.
That makes sense.
This next game sucks, dude.
Yeah, that's gonna blow.
This game sucks. I was telling this to my chat yesterday. This is a 50-50 pick.
Eagles, Broncos.
You can't tell me that you can reliably pick this. This is literally 50-50.
I guess I'll take the Broncos because they're at home, I guess.
Oh, yeah, they are at home. Yeah, all right. I'll take the horses. Horses it is.
Eagle.
I'll take the Broncos.
This is so weird. The Eagles are 0-4 at home and 3-2 on the road.
Really?
Yeah.
But the Broncos are 2-2 at home and 3-2 on the road.
Oh, that's horrible. It's almost
They're
50%.
both so bad.
Yeah, they're both really bad.
How do they have 5 wins? What?
Yeah.
They're giant frauds. I'm taking the Eagles.
No,
It's
you're
gotta
going to
be
be
the
wrong
Broncos. I
on
don't
the
trust
Eagles
the Eagles,
again.
dude.
You didn't learn your lesson last week, Sin Victor. The Eagles are not good.
The Eagles are not good. But the
I'm
Broncos,
pretty sure that I called the Eagles one week when everyone else was like, it's not going to be the Eagles. I
the
need to go
Eagles are
find
3-6. They're not good.
Yeah, but I mean the Broncos aren't either.
The Broncos aren't
are
either.
also not good, but it's a home game and their defense is okay.
Dude, they got Jerry Jeudy back. I actually started him. He's been pretty good. So they got another big wide receiver.
They also have like the only stadium in the NFL that has like a
I was
legitimate.
right. I was right in week 8 on the Eagles. Everyone else was
They
like,
beat the Lions.
they didn't beat them. They destroyed them.
That's because they're bad.
Everything to do with the Eagles and everything to do with everyone being like, they can pull together.
The Eagles lost to the Raiders, and the Raiders aren't good.
I'm just
All
saying.
of this, the Eagles are probably going to win now. Now that we've
They probably
spoken this
will
much
win.
power
I
into
am
I'm
it.
not
in-
going to win. It's going to be Eagles for
Listen,
sure.
I'm
to
picking
be
the
right on
Broncos,
Eagles
but I'm
when
not
everyone else
like
is wrong.
I'm literally picking the Broncos because I'm like, I guess they can win at home. Like, still don't know if they're gonna win or not.
Yeah. Well, I was saying they're the only stadium that has like a legitimate like superpower. It's like an anime thing where other teams have struggled.
Yeah, anytime the Steelers went there, one of our players literally couldn't play for like 10 years.
Oh yeah, that's right, Ryan
Mickelson.
Hart.
Yeah.
And you know they might make a Mexico City thing, and that's even higher altitude than.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Mile High. Yeah.
Oh, it
Look,
is? That's crazy. I didn't know.
Look,
Yeah.
I hate the Eagles, but I'm taking them in this pick.
All right,
Yeah.
then we got Chiefs Raiders.
Oh my God.
This game sucks too.
Yeah.
I don't know who's gonna.
How do we not know? This feels weird.
This
Even-
feels like
you know
Chiefs
what?
to me, dude.
I'm taking the Raiders. Even the last year, the Raiders still played the Chiefs well, even when they were good.
That's a good point, actually.
That is true.
But
Chiefs
the
are
Raiders
bad.
are bad.
That's also
The
true.
Chiefs are bad.
Yeah, the Chiefs might be worse.
They're not
this
supposed to be bad.
They were pretty bad.
So that's the thing. They're not supposed to be bad. So randomly, they're going to keep losing until one week they're going to fucking nut up and explode for like 90 points. And it's going to be annoying because they've been bad for so long.
But that
And
might
it's
be
gonna
this week, though.
It might be this week, but it might be fucking next week. Actually, they might have a bye next week. Okay.
Yeah.
They
That'd
have a
be
bye
weird,
next week,
yeah.
so it's not next week. But
Dude, this is they're like okay, like if we're looking at it as they're two bad teams going against each other right now, it's a case of one team that's not supposed to be bad versus one team that is kind of supposed to be bad. And in that case, I feel like it's pretty obvious.
fuck,
We
I'm
need-
taking the Chiefs.
We need to get the clip of Apollo saying "nut up" and explode. It's gonna be Chiefs.
I'm gonna take the Raiders.
Yeah, Raider train.
Look, the Raiders, they actually have a better record this year than the Chiefs. I mean,
true.
technically it's because they've played one less game, but
That is also true.
still, they have the same amount of wins this year, and
Wait, they haven't played each other yet, right?
No,
I don't
No.
think so.
Okay.
But it is also divisional too, so I
Yep.
mean, that's the other thing,
it'll be wacky. I think it's gonna be a close game. It's gonna be wacky. It's another toss-up.
Yeah.
Nah, it's gonna be Chiefs.
It's Chiefs.
Nope.
Go Bucks.
Rams 49ers.
Rams.
Yeah, Rams.
Much easier game.
Rams.
I'm
one.
going
Do it.
to
Don't do it,
lock
Fender.
the Rams.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I will not pick the 49ers again. Locking the Rams. I swear to God, if the 49ers win, I'm going to shit myself.
That's
still
why
don't-
I'm taking
Did
the
you-
Niners.
Oh no.
It's
Maybe the
pain.
Niners is the 0-8 team. Maybe someone hasn't gotten the Niners right
Oh,
all
man,
year.
yeah.
I
I
could see
picked
that.
against the Niners and I won because I picked the Packers, so it can't be that.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm picking the Rams.
Rob, what are you locking? Did you lock yet?
I have not locked. I don't know. What were the locks so far?
I have the Bills against the Jets.
I had the Ravens against the Dolphins.
Now I don't think anyone has the Cardinals yet because I locked the Colts.
No, Rob, you locked the Bills, didn't you?
No, Bear did.
That was Bear.
Oh, see, I get Rob, Bear, and Invicta confused a lot.
I won't stand for this Bear Razier.
Bucks game.
The Bucks game is free.
Bucks game's a decent lock.
Oh yeah, all right. I guess I'll lock the Bucks.
You guys trying to help him?
I don't know.
I mean, I would have worked it out.
You would have worked it out
there.
Hey, this is a friendly competition that I will win.
It's a good old-fashioned friendly.
I will win.
And that's this week. So thanks for listening and watching, everybody.
Wait. Hold on. We need to know Randy.
Oh, that's right, Randy. How could I forget?
Damn it,
dude.
You
even brought up Randy earlier.
Oh my god, that's a my bad.
Randy is a bit.
Yeah,
that's a my bad. All right, here we go.
I was trying to even stop the Randy bit originally, but here we are.
No, we are solidified in this
folks.
Dude.
Buckle up. First pick, Dolphins.
Oh shit, Randy.
Then we've got Saints.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Then we've got Bills.
All right.
Then we've got Steelers.
Yeah.
2 and 2.
Then we've got Colts.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got Hogs.
Yeah.
All right.
Then we've got
bold picks.
Browns.
Okay.
Nice.
Falcons.
Nice. Oh.
Okay.
Panthers.
Oh no, Randy, not again.
Vikings.
Okay.
Seahawks. Broncos.
Whoa.
Okay.
Chiefs.
Yep.
All right.
And 49ers.
Oh,
wow.
That's
Randy,
predicting a lot of upsets.
And that'll do.
Wait. We got to get Dirk the D20 in on this too.
All right, give Dirk some rolls.
Dare you?
No, I'm not doing
that. That's going to be it. Thanks for listening and watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, stuff. I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat. So this is the end of the show. All right? Thanks. All right, goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. I'm stopping it. It's over.